This segment sponsored by Dan's Porch and Patio. Joining me now are professional designers Keith Clement and Dennis Bowman. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello there. It's good.
Well, this is the happiest time of the year, and you all play such an important role with making people's homes look so beautiful during the holiday season. So share with me about your design experience. Let's start with you, Keith.
Well, we've been designing floral design and Christmas for about 50 years apiece. So yeah, a long time. We've got a lot of experience.
Yes, and so what is your favorite thing about being a designer?
The creativity of it. I can take something and make something out of something people wouldn't know what to make out of. I can take something and I can see what it is. As compared to a carpenter and a piece of wood, they can see a chair in that piece of wood. I can't, but give me flowers or Christmas trees, I can see something spectacular in there.
Yes, and I'm sure you all love it here at Dan's Porch and
yeah,
Patio
so
because, I mean, the decorations are limitless.
Amazing.
Amazing stuff.
This year, so much to work with.
Yes, and so looking at the items that you have here in front of us, you're actually going to show me how to decorate and some specific techniques because you both actually have decorated all throughout this store and brought the winter wonderland here. And so I'm so excited to learn a bit more about how to use these items. So let's start with the ribbon.
Okay.
All right, so where do we start?
You put ribbon on a tree, make sure you don't get it really tight to the tree because when you do, all your ornaments end up covering it up and you lose the effect of the ribbon. So we've learned through the years to kind of bring it out from the tree. I like to use a wide ribbon and a narrow ribbon together just for different contrast. And I usually would do something like this for the first part. I'm going to gather that. Then I would put this one over the top of that one. Something like that, where it's not necessary together, it makes a really good look combined together.
That's nice. And so how do you actually attach it to the tree?
I would put a wire around this.
Okay.
But you can also like make a bow if you want to, a couple different bows.
Oh.
And we probably would do a bow on it, but definitely try to get some, airiness into it so it's not sticking on the tree. This, when you decorate the tree after this, you'll still see the ribbon coming through. Otherwise you just lose it. You want to try it?
Yes. So is it these little wires here? Okay.
Yeah.
So you do the first one,
okay,
and then I'm gonna see how a pro does it. So nice. I love this color choice. And so do you enjoy doing colored themed trees or multicolored tree like this one?
We do a lot of just plain white lights more than the other colors. But we do all kinds, and using a colored tree is always fun. Yes. So I just wired around this. Okay. I'm going to fasten that to the tree, just wire it around the tip. And you can see how the ribbon is kind of coming out from the tree.
Kind of drooping it. That's so
it's
great.
Drooping.
Okay, I'm going to try it out.
Okay.
And so is it best to start in the middle or at the back of the tree?
We usually start at the top and do the scalloping effect all the way down.
Okay.
So you need to plug this for you?
Oh, no, we can leave it there.
Okay, just do the next one.
Just continue your flow here. Okay, a wider one. That's good. That's a good point that you made about using a wider one because you're really able to see both of the ribbons kind of flow out.
I would probably pull this one out a little bit farther so it sticks up more.
Okay, give it a little bit more
so it sticks
flow
up
to it.
And then you fasten that together and it puts it on the tree right there.
So I'll put these here. And you twisted it first,
yes.
right? Just fastened it. Look at this. This is pretty easy. I always wondered how they got the ribbon to stay. Okay, and then just kind of choose a spot and do it where it's kind of hidden. How did I do?
You did good. And let's just take time to bring it out. This is all wired ribbon, so you take your hand and just fluff it out. And very good. Did a good job.
Yay!
So that's a technique to use for your ribbon.
That is. I'm going to use this technique. Okay, so now that we have our ribbon on, Keith, you're going to show me about the ornaments and the best way to place them. So where should we start? These are so beautiful.
Let's start with a couple of filler items. What's going to add a lot of interest and depth to your tree is the fillers that go in that kind of help take up space and add texture and dimension. Just beautiful.
These are beautiful, wow.
And it's easy. All you need to do is just tuck them into the tree so that they're kind of laying out and you can see them. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just kind of at an angle.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's angling down.
already, tree's done. No.
It makes a big difference.
That is great. Okay.
Then we have some other ornaments on stems that are really great for catching the light.
Okay.
They're lucite prisms and icicles. And again, if you can get those tucked in so that they cascade out, it adds so much depth and interest to your tree. You can bring your whole tree out a lot and it looks so sharp.
Wow, I love that. Okay.
Now when we're working with ornaments, you usually start with the largest and work your way down to the smallest ones. So yeah, something like that or this. Love these prisms. We have these in all colors this year.
Diamond.
They're very lightweight, but they add so much interest.
Okay.
So yeah, if we bring some things.
So with the big ones, it's best to start at the back?
Not the back necessarily, but down in. So take it in a little ways.
Okay.
So that
is that far enough?
Yeah, just make sure that tip is bent up a little bit so it can't let loose.
Since it's a little heavier, maybe this one here.
And the heavier ornaments will pull your branches down.
Down a little bit, okay.
Yeah, that's great. So we get that tucked in. And then as you build ornaments out from that, it creates depth, and all of your pieces are not just out on the edges. You've got a lot of things going on that give you a lot more interest. And if you've got lots of ornaments, it's a great way to use them up.
Okay.
The heirloom things from Grandma.
Right, the customized ones.
Oh, yes.
But I love just the crystallized effect to the modern white lights. I think that this really adds a very elegant and classy feel to the tree.
They are beautiful. Just some out where they can be seen well.
Yes.
Top's trying to pop off.
Okay, that's nice. So any trick when it comes to adding the ornaments on the actual branch? Should you add it to the branch portion? Should you make sure that all of the actual mini branches are covered?
You'll see a lot of trees have some short needles and some long needles.
Yes.
The branches that have short needles are really convenient to add your ornaments onto because it isn't so much to get the string over. So if you can tuck that onto there and then just bend that up a little, then it can't come off.
Okay, wonderful. Like that.
Cool.
And it hangs down. That is so awesome.
So just some quick tips.
Yes. Okay, so let's chat for a second about the actual technique of putting both of your skill sets together. So the bows mixed with the ornaments, what is the proper way to start stacking the trees? What comes first?
We usually start with the bows, and that's me. I used to do most of the bows. My last name is Bowman, so that's why.
Of course.
But through the years,
master.
ribbon has progressed, different ways of doing it. We used to do like 4 kinds of ribbon on a tree before we ever start decorating. But then most of that ribbon gets lost eventually with the ornaments. So now we're doing it, not as much ribbon, but bringing it out of the tree so you still see it when you put decorations on it. Then we probably would put fillers in.
Exactly.
Just to fill up some of those spaces. And the last thing we do on a tree is, of course, the ornaments.
Yes.
Because that's, anything like big flowers, you might stick those in sometime in there too, but ornaments are usually the last thing we put on a tree.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's walk around and see some of the designs that you've done here.
Okay. Great.
Let's do it.
This segment sponsored by Dan's Porch and Patio.